If I had only 15 minutes to fix your chipping with my experience as a professional golfer, here's what I would tell you. This is all we're gonna need: 4 balls, 2 wedges. I've got a 52 and a 60 here, and a towel. We're gonna start really basic, working a little bit on the setup, and then I'm just gonna show you how to practice to not complicate this, because we're talking about chipping. It's not a big move, we shouldn't complicate it, but if we have the right foundation for it, we can become real killers around the green. So first thing, the setup. Let me walk you through it. I've got my 52 here. Hugely important thing. We're always gonna be addressing basically every shot with the club a little bit opened like this to expose the bounce more. More bounce, more forgiveness. Then going into the setup itself, we're gonna have the ball inside our lead foot. I have a quite narrow stance here. I flare my left foot for a little bit of stability, because the second thing is weight is gonna be forward towards our target. I would say I'm about 70% here, 30% on my trail foot. We're gonna keep it quite constant throughout the move. We're not gonna be shifting around a bunch of weight here. So we're gonna have slightly open face, ball inside our lead foot, weight forward, and then we're gonna have the handle pointing a little bit in front of our navel. And this is a major key here, guys. Why do I have a towel? Well, we're gonna go straight into that too, because this is how do I improve your chipping in 15 minutes, so no time for pauses. Taking our towel, we're gonna stick it underneath our armpits. Why do we do this? Because we're gonna practice connection. Arms, upper body. There's not so much movement here in our lower body. So, set up, ball inside the lead foot, face slightly open, weight 70 forward, 30 on the back, not moving around too much. And then the butt of the club is going to be pointing to our stomach, slightly in front of our navel. We have the connection here, arms, upper body. We're not going to be doing a bunch of wrist hinge here. We're just going to be kind of rocking back and forward. In a sense, we're rocking the baby. Back and forward here. This is the move that we're going to be working with, looking a little bit like this. A very simple move that's going to give us a bunch of options around the green. And now we're going to go into how do we work with different options, because this is a small move. How do we stay versatile around the green? So with the setup out of the way, we're now going to be talking about how do we hit more shots. Towel under the arms, connection, arms, upper body, hugely important. I've got my 52 here. If I hit a basic chip shot, it'll look something like this. It's going to be a little bit lower. It's going to release a fair amount, kind of like that. Then if I take my 60, I'll take that same setup, and obviously this thing's going to come out differently because I'm delivering a different kind of loft. But a huge part of this, we've got a clear setup, we've got a clear way of how we hit the ball, so we can work with different clubs. We're not trying to basically Phil Mickelson this thing by just hitting a different shot all the time. That's complicating it too much. We want to simplify it, all right? So with the 60, same setup, I would have to do a little bit bigger swing to go to the same hole. Lands a little bit longer, had a bunch of check on it, so it doesn't release all the way. That's versatility, people. So I can go to this short one here, 60 would be perfect. Whoa. That thing actually rolled way over the face, but you see it pops up way more, comes out in a completely different way. The versatility here is the key, because I only have 15 minutes to make you better at chipping, remember? So we're keeping it simple. Different clubs to go to different distances. So next step, how do you get better at this? Because we only got 15 minutes. Well, I'm gonna make you better in these 15 minutes, but then I'm also gonna give you a way for how do you practice in the future without spending a bunch of time on this. I told you we're not gonna be doing it like Phil Mickelson, doing just one club everywhere. But he has a really good principle that he mentioned once on how he has basically practiced chipping his entire life. He said, I take 4 balls and I go to 4 different holes from the same place. We've only got 3 holes here, but we can do it in a different way where we go to the same hole twice, but we hit different shots to it. Because I mentioned the basic setup, then we can adjust it. If we have a slightly open face, we deliver one type of loft. A big key with this is we're kind of doing the same motion. So we can actually change the loft a little bit. We can have a square face. Obviously, then we have to take in mind we're exposing the leading edge a little bit more. We can have a more open face, and we can vary the distance on how we swing here. So using 4 balls, we're going to be going to the different holes. We've only got 3 holes here, so one hole we're going to be going to twice, but we have to hit different shots. I'm working with my 60 here. Second part we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing the same thing from here, but with the 52. We're practicing versatility, we're practicing touch to improve it. And we're doing it without really complicating it too much. Important thing here, the setup is good, the setup is correct. So first, we got the white pin over there in quite a severe slope, so we got to go way right of it. I'm going to take this plate almost a little bit more off the middle of my stance to kind of get the launch down a little bit. Going up there. Man, that has a lot of slope to it. Going to this first one here, that is a crazy slope, people. Now, more of an open face. We need more height, we need more stop. Just like that, bunch of stop on it. Then we're going to be going to the left one here, more of a straight one, right to left. I'm going to go square face on this one, more on the middle of my stance. Hitting a shot that releases way more. Really nice tap in there. And then we had the white one again, but we have to hit a different shot. So we're going to go really high on this one. Check. Ooh, that was a better shot for the amount of slope there. That's how we're going to be working. We're going to do the same thing with the 52 now. So 52 in hand, same thing. We're going to go 4 different shots to 3 holes here. First one, we're going to go blue one. With the 52, it's pretty much just the basic setup here and a normal shot. We've already hit it once. Shot that releases nicely, perfect club for that pin. That's also part of it here. We're learning kind of what club fits what pin. Go with that white one over there. Also kind of a basic one. For running it, it should be way better coming up that hill. Hitting it way up there. This is actually good. Look at that. We're getting dialed in, folks. And then last one here. We're going to go 52 here. And we're going to be getting a little bit creative here. That's part of it here. We're getting creative with our practice. So 52. I'll take a wider stance, lower handle to go to this one. Kind of like that. Even with a 52, it's able to stop it. So now I got to do it differently. We're going to go to this white one again in the front here. So we're going to play it more up the middle of our stance, more square face, try to skip something before the green here to release to it. Kind of like that. Man, it's breaking. Oof. Almost went in. So that's the practice, folks. So if I had 15 minutes to teach you how to get better at chipping, that's what I would do. If you want to know more about this, I've actually made another video talking about my short game system and how this applies to pitching and even bunker play. Very basic. Short game, we should simplify it as much as we can. And by simplify it, we can give ourselves more options, making better decisions, hitting easier shots actually, and getting lower scores. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one.